I'm back with another drawing video and shitty commentary. See, I never think farther than what I'm supposed to say right at the beginning to break the ice. And it wasn't until today that I realized I should probably have little bullet points. Because before I do this, I say, I got so many things to say about this video. I got so many things to say about this drawing that I'm doing. But what ends up happening is that I have a brain just like, sort of like a bug that gets his leg pulled off and he just kind of twitches and he just freaks out. Anyway, this is another show-related one. I'm going to branch out after this, but I had to get this one off of my, had to get this one off of my mind. Sometimes you get things stuck in your head, you get this image, and you go, oh, that's a good one. You should act on that. And then the next step is actually sitting down and starting. So this is a triple portrait. Going to introduce you to 3 names. Luke, Fritz, and Patrick. And right now I'm starting on Fritz. Yeah, as I'm drawing this, like, before, when I just had the eyes, it looks like when you stare at, when you get upside down, you stare at somebody's forehead until it starts to look like a different face. Now, this is where I can already see where I'm going wrong with this, and I do fix it later. The face is too long, but that sometimes happens. Sometimes you're looking at whatever, you know, be it paper or the screen, the angle that you're looking at is sort of like squishes it, but right here he's, you know, I had to go back and fix it because he's looking more like Jim Varney. Well, that thought led to nowhere. I grabbed this drink. All right, it's an Angry Orchard green apple, and I hate anything green apple. And furthermore, I actually kind of ruined these because I left them outside on the porch when it was a cold one night, and you know, I was told, bring them back in before you ruin them. And I said, well, how the fuck am I going to ruin them? What are you talking about? It's cold outside. It turns out you can ruin... I figured that these things stay on trucks, right? You put them on... They're on, like, storage trucks and shit. Don't they ever freeze? Well, it turns out that I did ruin them because they lose their... not condensation. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, when they get bubbly. Why the fuck can't I remember that word right now? Bubbly. Yeah, you know, fucking, it's not even on the tip of my tongue. Why can't I remember the word? Carbonation. Thank you. All right, I'm going to give this a try. I haven't had this before. I'm very scared because it's green apple and it's flat. But I need something to do. Ugh, it's not that good. All right, check this out. Now, I had to go back to the drawing board with this one. I had to completely scrap what you're looking at right now. See, I just had to get rid of it because I missed a crucial point. Like, I did not map out the space that the eyes will take up. And as you can see the little vertical lines right now. Then I did. Because I didn't want to make the head smaller. I could have just kept going and made the head smaller, but you can't have a big gap between the eyes. You know, I wanted the head to fill the space that I laid out for it. So I had to just scrap it and do it over and lay out the proper proportions for the eye spacing and stuff. And I also made, a second ago, I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, the nose was way too low. Most of the time, a nose will be right between, like the base, the very bottom base of the nose will be at halfway between the eyes or the brow and the chin. In this case, it's about a third of the way from the eye to the chin because it's a sneer. And that's the right. What you just saw right there was the only thing that I did that was digital. Everything else was like analog. Even that horizon line that I made, I used an actual plastic ruler as opposed to holding control. And I don't know why I do that. I like to make it as much of an analog experience, drawing experience, even though it's digital on a screen. But anyway, I had to move the eye up because the left eye, or the eye on the left, was too low. That was another thing. But this is definitely the point, the aha point, where I realized I was on, you know, the right track. And I was with Fritz too, but I had to go back and fix it. There's a couple other things that I fixed too. Yeah, I was basically rolling at this point with Patrick. The thing I did with the hair, I was trying to figure out whether or not I was going to put some sheen in it, some shine, and then I said, fuck it, I'm just going to make it flat. It looks just fine. having it just like a mat or whatever you'd call it. Oh, another drink of this. I mean, it's not that bad. Most Angry Orchard variants don't stray too far from the original, if you like that sort of thing. I don't know if it's a drink for pussies. Oh, that's done. All right. Well, what the fuck? All right, we're already halfway through this video. Pretty sweet. Most of the time, I dread doing these commentaries, but I insist on them. Yeah, the mouth is already fixed. God damn it! I didn't get to speak on it very much. Yeah, who gives a shit? The only thing I remember is I was shaping the chin on him, and I made it very dirty. Oh, and the picture that I used, yeah, right there, see? And then I had to go, I think I went back and lightened it up. Maybe I did. Or maybe I just, like, evened it out by making everything else around it. But that picture right there was like the reference photo that I basically drew that. It was like a restaurant photo or something like that. And it was sort of like lit, almost underlit a little bit, but it actually worked out perfect for the picture because the lighting source is in the back to the left of this head. And it almost looks like some reflective lighting because he's hanging over the horse. Now, this was interesting because I started with the nose, and I never start with a nose when I'm doing a portrait. I don't know why. It just caught me, and I said, you know, start with that. I don't know why. I don't have any cool insight. This is Luke. There weren't a lot of pictures to choose from with him, so this was the most appropriate. With his tongue sticking out. And one of the things I don't know if it's going to translate well into the time lapse. So one of the things I was playing with was I was going to have him, I was going to alter his face to make it look like he was, like the corrugator muscle was, you know, contracting the eyebrow down mad, and, yeah, I didn't want to go too far into it because I don't know his face well enough. I wanted it to be more recognizable than try to rubber face him and try to manipulate it. I don't know where I went. This is a long time, too. I just forgot or something, and I kept it rolling. The amount of footage was like 9 hours that are time-lapse into 13 minutes right now. But, you know, as you can see, I don't think it was exactly 9 hours. The very beginning, there was about an hour or two that I did a day or two before it, and then I don't know the term, knuckle down, bear down, or whatever, and I did about 6 or 7 hours or some shit, all in one. This is not the final middle finger that I made. Although it was believable, it could have been, I wanted it to be a little bit more like Universal Soldier, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, the one where he's got the middle finger. All right. Yeah, I was really, with the bodies, I was really just going straight forward. I knew that I wanted to have them sort of like Old West. I wanted him in a cowboy garb, riding off into the sunset. And I was like, what the fuck do cowboys wear? So I had to look up a couple pictures of John Wayne. And not as manly as I would have assumed. Like, dress shirt and a sleeveless leather vest. Now this, I actually drew like sweet little tassels and shit on the side of the leg, you know, the legs here. And then I realized I gotta put Fritz's body. So, you know, sometimes I do that a lot. I'll draw something unnecessarily because I didn't realize it, like, oh, that's gonna be obstructed. Let's open some mail. I got one of these, they look like official letters. They have the sort of perforated on 3 sides. And it says, Newport Beach, California. Official business. Penalty for private use, $300. I love these things because they sort of have semi-official things on it. And it makes you scared a little bit. You know what I mean? Warning, $2,000 fine and or 5-year imprisonment for any person interfering or obstructing with delivery of this legal oh, shit, it says right on there. This legal advertisement. U.S. Mail Secretary, 170B. What bullshit? Yeah, it's got that on the back. It's got that sort of like, you know, non-penetrable, light penetrable pattern on it. Makes it look like it's your W2 or some shit. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna be real. In case, oh yeah, back to the picture. In case this was not, you know, shown in the final, or like clear in the final one, he is wearing an Old West maiden's dress. And this is not, you know, it's just for the visual. It's got sort of a message. I like this picture. I wanted this to have the sketchy black and white look, but I also knew that the whole, you know, I mean, I could have done a black and white, like, sort of background with the, what do you call it? Sunset. But I wanted it to be, so I sort of made it like a weird kind of cutout sketch. I was going straight forward with this. I was trying a bunch of shit. Yeah, I don't know. There's no more insight into this one. I mean, you're going to see what I'm doing. I'm just finding a way to keep them out of the background. So I just filled them in with white, as opposed to, you know, drawing behind them in white, which would be tedious and take too long. And then I fill in some captions, and that's about it. I'm just opening my mail right now. Confidential. Personal and confidential. What is it? Who is it? AAA rated, Better Business Bureau. Attention, National Auto Loan. Estimated monthly payments. Your current estimated monthly payments. Guess what? My car's paid off. Fuck your mother. God, I hate when they do that. I hate advertisements. They're so scandalously sneaky and shitty. Is this over yet? Where are we at? Yeah, it is. Perfect. So this is the part of the video where I say, please share and subscribe if you want to. And if you don't, then, you know, I get it. I totally fucking get it. But, did I make this part too long? 20 seconds shouldn't be this long. Well, do the things. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.